Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So y'all already know today is recording day because we in the same outfit. You seen this outfit in a couple other videos. Y'all already know I said I'm gonna push out some more videos for y'all. So this story is a funny client story. So your girl got a whole bunch of hats. I can do a whole lot of things I done told y'all, but one of my things that I do actively is I do makeup. So I'm an active makeup artist, a freelance makeup artist. I come to you, whatever, like that. So this person, this client was hilarious. Like, she was so funny, and I have so many other stories. But you know, I know people be talking about horror stories or whatever, but I won't say this is a horror. This was more of a funny story to me, and she was so nice and sweet or whatever. Okay, so this is a bride. Okay. The bride did not contact me. The bride's aunt contacted me. This is the person who was funny. We're going to call the bride's aunt. We're going to call her Gail. Because y'all know Gail, they call Oprah best friend auntie. And she giving me like them Gail vibes. Like she had that type of flavor to her. Like that type of essence to her. Like she was a sophisticated, older black woman. But she had style and fashion and she was I don't know, her whole, I told her when I grew up I want to be like you. She was fabulous. Let me say that. She had money. She carried herself like she was fabulous. I like her. So Gail had contacted me. She seen my work. I don't know how she seen my work. I don't know. But anyway, she found me. And she had, I think she DM'd me. Yeah, she inboxed me. She sent me a message and she told me, can I contact her? She wanted to talk to me about her niece. She getting married. She need a makeup artist, I was like, okay, cool. So I sent her a message, and she also liked the fact that I had messaged her. I messaged her back quickly. It wasn't like I kept, oh, hold on a second, y'all.
Know what I'm talking about, babe? Yeah. Now it's time for me to...
One eternity later.
If you new here, welcome, y'all. I'm sorry, I just jumped smooth into the damn story. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. If you new here, welcome. If you ain't new here, y'all already know what it is. If you haven't already, y'all know how I always say, get your drink, get your snack, get your herbal essence, get all your stuff together. Today I'm drinking coconut water. Again, I'm still on the same thing. My friend got me this cup. I will leave the information down below on the person who made the cup. If you like it, it says, what does it say? When life gives you lemons, make strawberry lemonade. Don't be a sour bee. Y'all know what that is? Okay, so yeah. And also, if you like this video, you like these type of videos, leave a comment down below. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's get into this video. Period. Because I didn't even say all of that. Oh, she cusses too. Let me give y'all this disclaimer. She cusses and I use my hands. If you don't like it, click off the video. This is not for you because I do use my hands. Now, let me finish the video. So, what I was saying was, I like everything about her. She contacted me, whatever, and she liked the fact that I responded to her messages quickly. I guess people in the past didn't do that. But anyway, so she texted me and I gave her my phone number. She started texting me, and then she called me on the phone and she's like, hey, I want to do the consultation or whatever. She's like, but first, before we do that, she's like, I want to meet you in person. And she's like, when can you meet me? And I told her, I think this was probably like a Tuesday. I told her I can meet her Friday. And she was like, okay. And I told her where I live at. She said she lived close by too. And we met at a bookstore, Barnes and Nobles. We met there because they have a Starbucks and shit in there. So we met there. Okay, so fast forward, I met her. And I met the bride's sister. I met her. So they met me at the bookstore. And we talking, and they like, I had did my makeup or whatever, because I always do that. When I first meet people, like if I already met you and you know me, I'm not going to do my makeup. But if you don't know me, you never met me, you just see my work, I like to come made up. So I wear my makeup, I wear like a cute outfit, I fix myself up, and I present myself like that. So I came and I brought my contract, I brought all my information, whatever. I brought it to her. and we started talking. She was cool with the prices. She told me that she was gonna be the one paying for it, and I said okay. So I asked her how many people, whatever. We go through the whole rundown, whatever. So everything cool. We locked in. We in. So before I left the bookstore, she already had paid for the consultation for. No, we didn't even do. No, we did not do a consultation because the niece had, I don't know what her job was, but her job was so like, she was never free. Her job was so like, she was always busy with her work, her job. I don't know what she did for a living, but for some reason she was never available. So for the time that I needed to do her makeup, and because I don't know, I'm trying to remember when this was. This wasn't that long ago. But anyway, it don't matter. Anyway, she wasn't available. So I never did a consultation with her. And I don't really recommend that. I always say you need to do a consultation. The aunt had already paid like the deposit or whatever. So we get to the wedding day. I already got paid because they paid. I always take my payments early. So she paid me. And I go to the venue because I did her makeup at the venue. It was a beautiful place too. Very nice here. Very nice. Very nice. Like I told you, she got that money. But I go to the venue or whatever, and the auntie walks in the door. Now see, like when I met the auntie, we met at Starbucks, but I could tell the auntie was kind of tipsy. Like she was drinking already, but I wasn't sure. Cause I'm like, is this how she really is? Because she had like this big bubbly personality. Like she was loud. She kept telling me, am I talking too loud? I'm like, yeah, but I would laugh because I thought it was funny because she knew she was talking loud, and her niece was like, this is how she is all the time. Like the niece kept telling me like, this is how she is all the time. This is how she act. And the niece probably was the same age as me. So no, she was probably a little bit younger than me. She probably was like 29, 28 years old. And I probably was like 30 in my early 30s, 31, 32, something like that. Anyway. Okay, so they were telling me about the bride or whatever. So, okay, we go to the place, right? And this is the first time I'm meeting the bride. So I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know because I never met the bride. So I meet the bride, and she was so freaking, all the brides I've ever done makeup on are so damn nice. I don't never had no issues with the brides. I always had issues with everyone around the bride, never the bride. So she was really nice. I ain't had no issues with none of the people. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all, the auntie bust through the door, y'all. I swear, she was ready. She was ready. She was ready. She had 4 bottles of wine. She had 2 bottles of liquor. She had cups. She had straws. She had ice. That lady came ready. So we come in the door, and she was just like, she was ready. She was like, let's get the party started. Like, because all the bridesmaids and stuff, because I had did a couple of the bridesmaids. Everybody was cool. Everybody was fun. But the Auntie Gail, that was the one. Auntie Gail was, oh, that baby. She coming through the thing. I'm doing makeup, right? I'm doing the makeup. The bride, I met her when Auntie Gail came. So before the bride got there, I already knew the sister. So the sister was there. And then some of the bridesmaids. I'm in there, I'm doing the bridesmaids, whatever. And the sister, me and the sister talking, laughing. The sister, she was so cool. We laughing, talking, whatever. You know, talking about just different shit. And Auntie come in the door. And Auntie like, who ready to drink? You gotta take shots. Oh, she had champagne too. Because that's what, yeah, the champagne. She had champagne too. So she's like, everybody gotta take a shot. You too, Joelaunda. She was like, you gotta take one. I said, I can't take no shit, I'm working. No, you gotta stop. She's like, just stop right now. She's like, she come walking over there, she made me stop. You gotta take a shot. I'm like, okay. She was like, so we all sitting there, we toast, and we, you know, and she says this emotional ass speech, and she start crying, the bride start crying. I don't know what happened to their mom. I don't know if their mom was alive, or I don't know if she wasn't in their life, because she wasn't there. She wasn't there at nothing, not even at the wedding. She wasn't there. It was just a sister, her and Auntie, and then her friends that was in the wedding or whatever. So she said this emotional speech, and everybody all of them start crying or whatever. And before Auntie got there, they already told me she was drinking. they said she likes her wine and da 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 da. So she pulled open this bottle and we take the shot, and I told her, like, listen, I'm not drinking until, you know, I'm done with the makeup, because I'm like, I don't want to be tipsy trying to do their makeup. So I'm like, just let me. She was like, okay, I'm gonna make your drink and it's gonna be right next to you and you gonna drink this drink. I'm like, okay. Okay. So she make the drink and it's sitting there or whatever. She started telling me, you playing with your drink? Like, as I'm doing the makeup, you playing with your drink, Joelaunda, take your drink, da da da, take your drink. I'm like, all right. So I'm take a sip. I'm doing makeup. I'm like, I'm trying to work though. So, okay. I do everybody makeup. I do her makeup, auntie makeup, because I auntie, and then I'm doing the bride. So, because her wedding was like at 6, and I had plenty of time to get all their stuff done. I had a lot of time. That's why we was in there. They was trying to buy me food. She was trying to make me stop. She was like, you've been standing, you did 4 people. You need to take a break, auntie. You need to take a break. You need to sit down. You need to eat something. You need to have a drink, take another shot, and you need to, then you could do us. Don't worry about that. We got time. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, I'm trying to get y'all done so you can take your pictures, do whatever you're going to do. And I said, then I could chill and talk to y'all, whatever. Okay. She made me take a break. I had to take a break. So I took the little break or whatever. And I'm sitting there and I'm talking to them or whatever. And we laughing. They a good time. We laughing, joking, whatever. They like, oh, we glad we found you. She's like, I'm so glad. She's like, you got such a cool personality. I like how you are. She's like, you so sweet. You so nice. She was like, you a dope person, whatever. The auntie was telling me that, but they were all saying that too. They like my personality, whatever. They're like, you so down to earth. You so cool, whatever. And I'm like, telling them thanks. And I'm talking to them. I'm like, I like y'all too. I feel like I'm part of y'all like little family and shit. Cause y'all just took me under y'all little shit and just, they just took me in. Like, I've been knowing them forever. The way they was talking to me and how they was doing stuff with me, whatever. Okay. I get to auntie makeup. Auntie when I tell y'all auntie popped, auntie is popped. Auntie sweating. I'm trying to clean her face off because she's sweating so bad because she's hot. She's running around. She's an older woman. So you know how older women who go through like menopause, I can't even say this shit right. Menopause. I'm like menopause. I don't want to go through that shit, but if it's bound to happen. But anyway, okay. So she was like, I'm hot and this, that. I'm like, you hot? Like, girl, what? So I'm like getting a thing and I'm trying to fan her or whatever. And I'm like, okay, you still hot? She was like, yes. So I took like a makeup wipe and I put some toner on it and I started cleaning her face off. And I'm like, you sweating so bad. And she was like, I know, girl, and they were like, cause she keep drinking this champagne and this wine. She won't stop. That's what her niece was saying. Talking about, she like her wine, girl. She like her wine. So I'm like fanning her, like trying to cool her down. Girl, she gets in the chair and she leans back in the chair like this. And she's like, girl, she's like, I'm so glad this is over with. I'm so tired. She's like, you don't know how much money I spent. She started going in. I'm like, oh shit. She's like, you don't know how much money I spent. I'm so tired. She's like, this girl is always working. She ain't got time for nothing. She's like, she ain't even had time to find a makeup artist. This is why I had to find you. Like, she started going in, like, this rant, like, talking. And she was like, but you know what? I'll do anything for my niece. She was like, I love them so much. She was like, they my everything. I don't think she ever had kids. So those are like her kids. So she was like, I'll do anything for them. I love them. She's like, whatever they need, I got it. That's why I pay for the makeup for everybody, because these my babies. I love them. She was like, this is her. She been with this guy for a long time. She started getting emotional, and then she started crying. And when she started crying, the sister, I just did the sister makeup, so she started fucking crying because she's pregnant. So the sister pregnant and she's emotional, so she started crying. And then the bride started crying, but I didn't do her makeup yet, so she could cry. So she started crying. They all started crying. Everybody in the room crying. I'm just like, oh shit. Like, I understand. Inside of my mind, I was just like, what is this? What am I doing? What is going on? I'm like, I've done several weddings. I understand, like, people get emotional, especially like the sisters and the moms and stuff, because it's a big day. it's emotional. You know, you finally doing something huge in your life. It's a major step, being united with the person who you say you love and all of that stuff. Like, this is an emotional thing. Like, I'm a Scorpio, baby. I'm emotional as fuck. Like, but I know how to not show those emotions, especially at certain times. I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to seem like I'm being like insensitive or anything, but I was just like, she just was crying earlier. Now what's she crying for again? That's my mind. Like, I got that shit bad because I used to tell my friend, like, why the fuck is you crying? You need to get your shit together and quit fucking crying. Get up and handle this shit. Like, but I understood, like, it was emotional, but she started going in. At first she was complaining, and then all of a sudden it just switched, like, you know, I love them. I do anything for them. They're my babies. Da, 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 da. But the sister was telling me that's how she is. She's like, she like that. She do that. But I'm like, oh yeah. So I'm wiping her off, and I'm telling her, I'm like, Auntie, stop crying. You gotta stop crying, because I'm like, I can't do your makeup if you crying. And she was just like, okay. I'm gonna stop. I'm like, I said, I know that, you know, this is a big day, and this your baby, this your niece, and you love her. I said, but you gotta like relax. Like, I'm like, don't drink no more. Chill on the drink. I know that's what it was. I'm like, you got chill on the drink. Let me do your makeup. And I said, and then you can drink as much as you want to drink. She was like, okay. She's like, you coming to the wedding, right? You gonna stay, right? I said, I'll stay for the ceremony. But I'm like, I'm gonna go because I've been here all day, but I'll stay for the ceremony. And I said, if she need me to touch up her makeup or whatever, I said, I'll do it. That ceremony was beautiful, y'all. But I was like, I'll stay for that. But I'm like, I'm not gonna stay for the reception because I'm tired. I need to go home. So she was like, okay. She was like, Joelaunda, like, every time I would do something, she would do like this, like move her head, like, so I wouldn't do, you gonna do this? Okay, but you need to take another shot. Okay, but that's how she was doing. It was funny because I couldn't do nothing because she kept doing like this and like doing like this and like, Joelaunda, and saying my name, not saying Joe, because I tell everybody my name Joe. But she was like, what's your real name? I'm like, Joelaunda. She was like, Joelaunda. No, this. Joelaunda. No, this. Joelaunda. She's like, I'm not calling you Joe. I'm calling you Joelaunda. I'm like, okay. Auntie Gail was a mess. But okay, so I do Auntie Gail makeup. She get done. She look in the mirror, girl, and she's like, you made me look 10 times better. Baby, I'm fine. And let me tell y'all, she look good anyway. She ain't need my makeup to make her look good. I ain't even kept. I told her I want to be like you when I grow up. That lady was fabulous. I mean, fabulous. She ain't need me to make her more fabulous. The lady was fabulous. Fine, body banging. She was talking shit on her husband. I know you better. She was talking about how fine her husband was and how whatever, and they get it popping, and they don't have no kids, so they can just move around how they want to move. But she was just talking her shit, and I'm like, okay, Auntie Gail, okay, sis, I see you. I want to be like you when I grow up. So I was like, yeah. So she was fabulous. But when she got out of the chair, okay, she looking in the mirror, she telling me all this shit. You know, she talking her shit, like, cause she look good or whatever. So I do her niece, the bride. I do her makeup. She get in a chair. Her eyes are bloodshot fucking red. We was in that room for maybe like 5 hours. She was so gone. I'm talking about so gone. Eyes bloodshot red. Luckily, I bring Visine with me everywhere. So I was like, you gotta put this in your eye. I wish I could show y'all these pictures, because I can't show y'all these pictures because then I'm exposing the people. So I can't really show y'all the pictures. But I took a picture of her, right? You know, I take before and afters. And you will not find it on my little thing, because I done took a lot of pictures down from like my old stuff, because I'm trying to like make sure all my new shit is what people see. But anyway, the picture, her eyes was so bloodshot red. The before picture, bloodshot red. I had to tell her to put some drops in her eyes because she just was so drunk. And then she's sitting in a chair. She was like, Joe, I'm drunk. I'm like, you think? I said, I know you are. Your auntie, it's her fault. She was like, she just won't stop giving me shots. She was giving shots to everybody. Shots Then she had told her, she was like, your glass can never be empty. That's what she told the bride, her niece. She was like, your glass can't be empty. She's like, no, your glass got to stay full. So every time her glass would like be a little bit of drink in there, she fill it up some more with champagne, fill it up more, fill it up more. So she was just in a chair. She was like, girl, I'm so fucked up. I'm drunk. I'm like, yeah, you pop too. But she wasn't sweating bad like Auntie was sweating. She wasn't sweating bad like Auntie. She was cool, but you could see in her eyes, they were glossy and red. So I was just like, put these Visine drops in your eye. And I said, and then we're going to wait a little bit and then I'm going to start doing your makeup. So she did and we started. Girl, why Auntie started saying emotional shit again. Auntie talking about how much she loved her and she do everything for her niece, and then the bride started crying. I did her eyes, I did her eyebrows. I just started putting the foundation on her skin, and she get to crying and crying and crying and telling me, Joe, I'm sorry, crying. I'm like, oh my God, like just crying because of all the sentimental stuff the auntie said. And I was just like, let me just sit back and let her finish. So she sat back, she finished. She was like, I'm so sorry. Joelaunda can't even finish doing what she's trying to do. And we gotta go. I'm like, you told me to take a break. I told you, let me finish. And I'm like, she won't stop crying because you keep saying all this stuff to her. So I wasn't laughing. I was just like, she won't stop crying. I don't know what to do. So I'm like, I'm just waiting until she stops. So she stopped crying and she just was like, I'm sorry, Joe. I'm like, it's okay. You all right. You all right. So I'm like, okay. So I finished doing what I got to do or whatever. And then she put the dress on. Auntie started crying. I had to fix Auntie makeup because she started crying. As soon as she put the dress on, Auntie started crying. I just did Jamaica. So I was just like, okay, cry. And once you're done crying, we're going to let it dry. Once you let it dry, I'm going to fix it. Because if I start trying to fix it while it's wet, it's going to fuck up everything. So I'm like, no, we got to just let you do what you got to, let you cry. So she crying and she's like, you look so beautiful, la, la, la. She did look beautiful too. She was just saying all this stuff, how she was her baby and she doing it now and she about to be, married, da, da, da. Okay. We get done with that. Go to the ceremony and Auntie, I go to the ceremony too, and I'm sitting across from them. My auntie, she tells her husband, that's my makeup artist. Like just saying all this stuff about she did this. She made me look beautiful. You already said I look beautiful. When I walked out, and this is the reason, she started pointing at me. I was so embarrassed because I'm by myself, and auntie do a lot. So it was a table full of people, and she was just like, that's my makeup art. That's who made us look good. That's who made us look good. And I was embarrassed. Because I was just like, this lady is a mess. So I'm at the ceremony, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching everything go and whatever. So then once everything was done, I went to the back to the room that you do her suite. I went back to the suite, and then I had packed up everything, and I was doing everything. Then Auntie come in there. Auntie come, and she's like, Joelaunda, you think you could fix it? Like, she was crying, so I already knew. She's like, you think you could fix my makeup because it's messed up or whatever? So, and Auntie paid me well, so I didn't have no problem with fixing whatever she wanted, whatever she needed. I was cool with doing it. So she got in a chair and she come, and then her sister come. Her sister bring her husband, and she's like, oh, introducing me to the husband, introducing me to her little baby. She had a little small baby. And then Auntie brought her, I already met the husband out there, but Auntie brought him to me again. He shook my hand, told me I did a good job on her. Auntie was doing a whole lot. I was just trying to go home. So I fixed the makeup. I did all of that. And then Auntie was like, take this. She gave me a bottle of wine. I gladly took it. She told me, take the wine and, enjoy the rest of your night. And she was like, I'm going to contact you in the future if I ever need makeup again. Because she was like, you did an amazing job on my niece, on all of us. All the girls look good. She was like, and I appreciate everything you did. She was like, you was wonderful. And I took all of that and I was like, you're welcome. And I'll see you if you ever contact me again. It was a pleasure. And then I left. Y'all. It was a lot emotionally. It was a lot to deal with because she was like a light switch. Like 1 minute she'd be cool, the next minute she start crying. Then the next minute she turning up. Then the next minute she's sitting there and she's like having sentimental thoughts, and It was a lot. It was a lot emotionally. It was a whole lot. I was just like, what is going on? What is going on? But like I said, it wasn't a bad experience. It was good. It was fun. It was fun. It was just a lot. Just a lot. And when you're doing this type of work, you're dealing with all type of personalities. You're dealing with all type of people, all type of energies and everything. So you just gotta just take it for what it is. So I just was laughing about it and I thought it was funny and I just wanted to share it with y'all. But I do have a horror story of like I told you, I did this makeup for 11 people and it wasn't the bride that gave me the problems, man. It was the bridesmaids. And I'm gonna tell y'all that story probably the next time I tell a client story. I'm gonna tell y'all that story, so y'all can just stay tuned for that. But anyway, if you like my video, you like everything that you like me, whatever, like the video, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next upload soon. Bye.